This is the Her Own Business podcast, and I'm your host and motivational coach, Renee. We are educating, inspiring, and supporting female entrepreneurs because stronger female entrepreneurs build stronger community economies. I am convinced that every female has the ability to start and run a successful business, no matter how big or small. But I also know that entrepreneurship can be a tough and lonely journey, and when the going gets tough, it's her resilience, her emotional strength, and her community that make her rise again.
This episode was made possible by Dilmah Tea South Africa in support of educating and inspiring female entrepreneurs.
Today's episode has me extremely excited. We will be looking at different ways of how you can use your superpower to start and grow your business successfully. We will also chat to the ladies behind the brand of Dilmah Tea and find out why the support of female entrepreneurship is so important to them. And then we will be inspired by the story of Phakama Dosi with her dream to start a tea garden in the heart of Khaylitsha. If you are listening to this podcast today, it means you made it till here. Now that, my friend, in itself is one amazing achievement. Not only did you survive 2020, but you are in the center of a story that will be recorded in the history books. A story that our children will tell their children. So today we are here to decide how we will show up. Whether you want to start or grow a business, it all starts with how you use your superpowers. The way you use your superpower will determine how you will show up and succeed in the growing female economy. What is your superpower, you ask? Your superpower is your power of choice. Your ability to choose how you will respond to whatever life throws at you. Remember, 10% of life you have no control over, but 90% of life is how you choose to respond. In this episode, we will look at the first way that you can use your superpower and power of choice effectively in order to help you build resilience and emotional strength to try new things, to adapt to change, and to bounce back when the going gets tough. Number one on my list is choose your mindset. Yes, my friend, as a female entrepreneur, this is your first and foremost superpower. I read a quote that says, "Your strongest muscle and your worst enemy is your mind. Train it well." So, how do you train your mind and choose a mindset that will help you build resilience? There are two types of mindsets, and the good news is you can choose one: the autopilot mindset and the growth mindset. Now let me demonstrate the autopilot mindset. Have you ever reached a destination and then wondered how on earth you got there? Or have you been in a meeting and heard nothing anyone was saying? This is what we call living on autopilot or living life unconsciously. When we go through life with no clear intentions, falling into autopilot mode happens so subtly that you only wake up when something dramatic and drastic happens to you, like losing your job, losing your home, even losing clients and business, discovering that your family is falling apart, your health gives in, or opportunities pass you by. The biggest threat of living without intentions and falling into autopilot mode is that you stop learning. And when you stop learning, you stop growing. Now, the opposite mindset is the growth mindset. The word growth refers to a continuous process. Choosing the growth mindset means that you choose to become a better version of yourself. You continuously choose to become more attentive, more supportive, more creative, and you continue educating yourself. The outcome of a growth mindset, you start seeing new opportunities. You start seeing new ways of serving your clients. You start seeing ways and finding ways to save money and time. And you know what's the best part? When you fail, you try again. With a growth mindset, when you fall, you get back up because growing never stops. The growth mindset means living with intention, setting goals, educating yourself, and always being ready to learn new ways of doing things, new ways to bring you new results. A growth mindset will help you to lead yourself first, to first become a great person before you can become a great leader in your business. So if you were a shoe salesperson dropped off on an island where no one wears shoes, how will you respond? Will you say, "Oh no, I can't do business here. No one wears shoes"? Or will you respond, "Yes, no one wears shoes here. This is a gold mine"? Same situation, two different mindsets. So, my friend, whether you win or lose, it's all about how you choose. Choose your mindset and strengthen it like a muscle. Choose to grow. Choose to get up when you fall. Choose to believe that you can. Choose to never give up trying. So that's our first way of using your power of choice wisely. In our next episode, we will chat about how choosing your words can be one of the greatest plot twists in your growth as an entrepreneur. Still left on this episode, we have the absolute privilege to chat to the lady behind the brand of Dilmah Tea South Africa, Helen McCallum.
Hi Renee, thank you. Yes, I'm Helen. I'm the brand manager for Dilmah Tea in Southern Africa. I'm happy to be with you today.
Helen, I was completely blown away by your fantastic product, but even more so, the story behind the brand. What makes Dilmah Tea such a unique and different brand?
The fantastic taste of Dilmah. It's a pure Ceylon tea. Sri Lanka used to be called Ceylon, just the best growing area for tea. The antioxidant level in tea is about 10 times that of what's in your fruit and vegetables. And we need antioxidants to clear all the toxins out of our bodies. Then it's the ethical purpose of Dilmah Tea, because they uplift not just the tea growers and the people working on the tea plantations, but the communities around Dilmah, wherever they are in Sri Lanka. The founder of Dilmah Tea is Mr. Merrill J. Fernando. Been working in tea and for big tea corporations all around the world. He decided at 58 that he would now open his brand Dilmah Tea and offer tea drinkers the pure taste of Dilmah, of Ceylon tea, but also to show that business is a matter of human service. It's not just about making money. It's also about giving back to the people around you. And he's managed to do that in 30 years. He's made Dilmah a world brand. He has established so many centers in Sri Lanka for people who have disabilities, people who have no way of earning money. He has set them up in business because it's not about charity, it's about giving people the tools to be able to look after themselves, upskilling people. He's opened hotel schools. 15% of all the profits from Dilmah Tea go into the MJF Foundation and into Dilmah Conservation, making sure that tea farming is sustainable.
Wow, that really explains why your brand goes the extra mile to support female entrepreneurs. My last question, Helen, is why is female entrepreneurship such a passion for you?
I think women have a unique ability to feel what is happening in society, and we have the unique ability to change that because we are influential to our families. We decide what goes into the shopping trolley at the end of the day. And one of the things I actually read not so long ago is we vote for the type of world we want to live in by where we spend our money. Women can do that. We can all do it by just changing how we shop, changing what we put on our families' plates every day, changing how we speak to the people around us and how we affect the people around us, and supporting each other. We're not in competition against each other. We are supporting each other. It's about community.
Helen, it's been an absolute privilege to have you on today's episode. You reminded us females that we have the ability to create and grow a healthy female economy by what we say, by what we do, and even what we shop. You also reminded us that we should support and not compete, and that business is also part of human service. Our final guest for today is Phakama Dosi. Phakama, or Pam, is a mother of two beautiful twin boys and lives in Khaylitsha. Pam, welcome. They say your why is always greater than your how. So let's start there. Tell us why a tea garden in Khaylitsha.
Where I'm from, there's a lot of noise. So finding a peaceful place, it's very, very difficult. I needed a space for people where people will gather in a calm environment. It's when the idea of me having a tea shop started. An environment that is welcoming. By me having that brain space, that safe space, is a place that is quiet, is a place that is calm, just across the road.
Wow, Pam, you described it so beautifully. I can see myself sitting at your tea garden. Now, in our chat with Helen, we spoke about business being a part of human service. How will your tea garden in Khaylitsha make an impact on your community?
We must give back to Mother Nature, because you know what, it's when you introduce your gardening. Those trees that you're going to plant, they are not only going to give the shelter, meaning that garden is going to feed the families. Those trees will give the beauty. You know, when there is beauty, we tend to think everything is all right. And it is all right. That's where I'm going to start. In my street, it's going to be a grand street. Start with women empowerment. Oh, guys, let's start by this. Each and every house, we need a garden. We need a tree. So maybe we can do this by groups, because I know we love groups where I come from. We love even competition, meaning the good competition. It gives us that boost to want to work harder. I believe if we start small, we start by a woman, we can do it.
Pam, you're such a courageous woman, and it takes courage to start your own business. But right now, what are the hurdles that you are facing at this beginning phase of your business, and will you let it stand in your way?
I am facing two problems here, COVID and the funding. I promised myself that I won't stop as long as I still have the vision, because no one is stopping me now. Because even finding that idea, finding myself, was a big deal in the first place. So why will a capital stop me now? Who's capital anyway? Because I'm doing this with or with no capital. I am Phakama Dosi, the owner of Mthonjeni. Mthonjeni means, it's a Xhosa word that means a fountain out of earth, out of Mother Nature.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. We are looking forward to next week's episode, where we will talk about the second way of using your power of choice as a female entrepreneur. We'll also get inspired by the stories of entrepreneurs who has been getting it right to show up and grow a successful business. And we will learn about a new business opportunity you can grab to create an additional income stream.
This episode was made possible by Dilmah Tea South Africa in support of educating and inspiring female entrepreneurs. Did you know that tea began as a medicine and grew into a beverage? Scientific research confirms that green and black tea contain powerful natural antioxidants which can protect regular tea drinkers from many degenerative diseases. Dilmah Tea is an ethical tea brand, seeing business as a matter of human service.